He saw his wife covered in blood, saying, "Help, help, I'm dying." His children were there. He was confused. Sit back as I share the story of a Nigerian man named Ejiro who is facing up to 15 years in prison. Ejiro came to the United Kingdom on a master's program scholarship. He settled around the southeast of England. He went on to do his PhD and he got his papers in the UK. Ejiro did what most men would do. He went back to Nigeria, Delta State, to bring the love of his life, Ufoma. When Ufoma came to the UK, she was only a secondary school holder, but she was hardworking, determined, and ambitious. Before you know it, she went on to train to become occupational therapist when she got her papers, and she was working for the NHS, doing very well for herself. Meanwhile, our brother Ejiro, since he came to the UK, he has never worked. He has been doing what they call beke. Beke is it's a hustle where you work in the toilet. Remember, this is a brother that has PhD working in the toilet. So the way beke work is that you go to the nightclub to enjoy yourself and dance. By the time you come out, you see somebody that has something like perfume, chewing gum, sweet, and some things there. So by the time you spray yourself, you spray the perfume, you give them some money. It is called beke because when the money drop on the plate, it makes a noise that sounds beke. It's very, very popular among our brothers, some of our brothers in the UK. Ejiro had a lot of sight. He will approach a club, they will give him sight, he will look for somebody, put somebody there. Ejiro's brother said, when the going was good, this guy was making more than £2,000 in one weekend. More than £2,000 from the site where he was working. That is not the money that he was getting from his boys. Ejiro eventually lost almost all the sites, but he still kept the one that he had, but he wasn't making as much money as he was making. Ejiro, at the same time, is an assistant pastor. The moment he introduced himself to you, he will say, "I am Dr. Ejiro." The wife got frustrated to the point that, "Doctor of the toilet," she will say, "Why you introduce yourself as a doctor?" A lot of church members will approach Ejiro for advice on how to get a job because they don't know what this guy does. He will just tell them, "I have a business." Meanwhile, his younger brother came to join him from Nigeria. The younger brother later went on to train to become a nurse. He was so hardworking that he acquired 2 houses. Meanwhile, Ejiro himself was living in a council house around the Darford area. He has lived in this house with his family for many years. The council then gave him the right to buy this property. Now, those that live in the UK, they understand this. When you have the right to buy, the council will give you 30% discount of the house. The house that Ejiro and his wife were living in, it was around more than £400,000 value of the house. If they want to buy the house, the council will give them free £120,000 discount free of the house. They don't need any money to put down as deposit. The only thing they need is to approach the bank and for the bank to agree to guarantee the law. But there was a problem. The problem in this case was that Ejiro, because the brother doesn't have any legitimate job, the bank refuses to give him loan. And the wife cannot buy the house alone because the house belongs to the two of them. Ejiro was advised when the packet was doing well, brother, register a company in the UK and be paying tax just in case. But Ejiro said, "No, this money, I need all of them so I can invest in hotel and other businesses back home in Delta State." But when this came, the wife was frustrated that here is an opportunity to buy a house for free because you're not putting any money down as deposit. And the council is giving you £120,000. If they buy the house today, next week, if they decide to remortgage the house, because they have huge equity, they can actually pull out up to 60,000 pounds and use that 60,000 to buy another house if they wish to do. The wife was absolutely livid. She did not want them to miss this opportunity. She spoke with her younger sister, who suggested that she should apply for a job for the husband, because Ejiro always tell the wife that, me, the Holy Spirit, and my pastor have told me that eventually I will return back to Nigeria. I have the contact. A lot of my friends are involved in politics. I will return back to Nigeria and they will give me position, and me myself, maybe from there, my life will change. He's really said that, but the wife said, don't believe in this nonsense. So the wife did what most women would do. She went behind Ejiro's back, applied for a job, and the wife's thinking was that if this brother applies for these jobs and he gets the job, even if it's just 6 months, as long as they can prove to the council that he is working, the wife's salary alone is enough to cover the mortgage, but you just need to show something that the husband is working. When Ejiro found that the wife applied for a job for him, he was mad. The brother went bonkers. He started telling the wife, I'm an honorable man. You went to apply for a job for me. So does that mean that my life is so useless? I'm a PhD holder, for God's sake. I'm a doctor. The wife retaliated. You know, Rubu people now, the man was on fire, the wife was on fire. There was no water to quench them, and the thing exploded. Boom! Before you know what was happening, Ejiro became frustrated. He would say 1, the wife would say 5, even worse. Out of anger, Ejiro hit the wife, the woman hit him back, started fighting. Before you know what was happening, Ejiro removed the pan from the house, hit the woman's head, Paul! The woman, he hit the woman was dragging, he kept hitting the woman. When the children who were upstairs in the house in Dartford heard noise, they rushed down. Before you know what was happening, the woman was lying on the floor. Ufoma was lying on the floor. The children rushed. They tried to do what most children would do, which is to call the emergency services. Ejiro panicked and said, don't call anybody. He didn't know what to do, how to deal with the situation. When he realized that this woman was lying on the floor, Ufoma wasn't waking up. He said, babe, 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 babe. The woman wasn't responding. The child, out of desperation, called for help. When the emergency services arrived on the scene, they saw what happened. The police were called immediately. And the police arrived on the scene. Ejiro, our brother, was arrested. He was arrested, and the police said, you have caused grievous bodily harm to your wife, which is a very serious offense. But you still went on to commit another crime by refusing her access to medical assistance. So your intention was for the woman to die. So they are charging our brother for serious crime. And now Ejiro is saying, some people are saying this is the work of the devil. Why some are saying that, what do you expect from a man? For more than 16 years, he has never worked before. He's used to waking up. It's only from 9 o'clock on Thursday. You come back around 3 o'clock when the club closes. And you only do it from Thursday, Sunday. So the guy doesn't do, and there's no structure. So people are saying that it's going to be hard for the man to fit into a job. But people are saying that this is the work of the devil. What are the lessons that can be learned? Because there are many people in our community who are in similar situation. Number 1, education alone does not guarantee responsibility and stability. Ejiro liked to introduce himself as doctor, despite the fact that that is something that infuriates his wife. The wife felt, you are telling people you are a doctor. Your church members are approaching you for problem. They need help with job. When you yourself, they don't know that you yourself, you don't even have a job. You go to the toilet. That's where you work. The wife was disappointed. That's the number 1 lesson. Marriage requires teamwork, communication, shared responsibility, and compromise. This woman went to look for a job just for the husband to have something to show to the bank that he's working. But Ejiro, out of pride, he said he's an honorable man. In honorable culture, it's wrong for a woman to go and look for a job. If you're an honorable man or honorable woman watching this video, is it true that in honorable culture that it is against is an abomination for a woman to look for a job. Put your comment in the comment section. Domestic violence can destroy family and traumatize children. The children are traumatized. They are still traumatized now because they could not believe seeing their mom, who they love absolutely dearly, lying on the floor. These three children now, if there's no family members who can adequately care for them, they may end up in the care system. Pride and refusal to adopt can lead to personal downfall. They says nothing kills a human being more than pride and ego. If you're able to humble yourself, according to Morgan Sweeney, the guy who wrote The Psychology of Money, if you're able to humble yourself, you are almost guaranteed that in life you will go far. Also, seeking counseling and support may prevent family crisis. Do you think A.G. Rose's problem is spiritual attack, the work of the devil, or you think pride may have contributed? Let me know what your views are in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. If you have any story that you want to share with us, you can reach us on our WhatsApp number, and we will always consider it if we think that our people can learn. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Peace, love. I'll see you soon.